Welcome to the Bozone.
Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of the Bozone. I am one of your hosts, Tristan, and then we have the lovely voiced man, Zek. Let's get right into this one. Oh, not right into it. I mean, I just did the regular YouTube opening, but
Let's get right into this episode, guys.
yeah. So, sorry, the last episode was a bit delayed. This one might be as well, but there's quite a funny story about why it was delayed. And Zek, why don't you tell us what happened with you?
So, the previous weekend when I was meant to edit the video, it was fairly windy. Very windy day, and one of the power lines next to our house got loose, swung around, and hit the other power line pole. So that fucking exploded. The whole thing was scorched, and the substation, or I don't know if it's a substation, but the little power box thingy next to our house was basically cremated. So I didn't have power for about 4 days, which led to a significant delay in my entire work schedule. Then I had power for about 10 minutes, and then another substation exploded nearby because something, I don't even know why.
South Africa.
Then led to me, because South Africa, which then led to me having a total of 5 days fucked. Now, that's the reason I couldn't edit, but along with this comes a fun little tidbit. Due to the whole power situation, our house's earth wasn't connected anymore. So our power was, our house had double the voltage running through it, and no earth connected. So I'm sitting there without power, it's hot, I've been sweating my ass off the whole day, my fan doesn't work because I don't have electricity. So I think you know what will cheer me up? A nice cold shower. So I go to the shower and I open only the cold valve. I'm trying to keep my shower cold because it's warm, I'm full of sweat, I want to feel refreshed. And I'm busy removing my garments, as one does before entering the shower, when it starts steaming up, and I'm like, why the fuck is it steaming up? I opened the cold valve, and I go to feel the water, and my entire body gets jolted. The electricity was running through my shower.
Oh, you channeled my power through you.
And naturally, I'ma close the faucet, grab onto the faucet, fucking then, because I'm getting shocked, your muscles contract.
Sense.
So my hand is busy gripping the faucet as I'm getting electrocuted by my fucking shower.
Oh man. So I learned very late in life, too late I would say, about always, if you think there's electricity or anything that could shock you, always use the back of your hand to touch it, so that way if the shock makes your hand tense up, you can't grab onto it, and not be able to let go. So that the shock is just less of you grip onto it. But yeah, that is crazy.
Thanks for the tip. I'll remember next time I fear my shower will kill me.
Yeah, I learned that like recently, and I've been shocked plenty of times, too many times.
Yeah, whoever made up the phrase "lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place" has never met Tristan.
Yeah, because it doesn't strike twice; it strikes thrice. Oh man, no, I'm literally a walking electrical conductor or lightning rod. But
It's just because of your positive energy, man.
nah.
You don't have enough electrons, so all the lightning is just fucking attracted to you.
See, so my religious beliefs is Greek, so I have a lot of beef with Zeus because Poseidon is my homie. He's my G, you know. I'm working on the water and he keeps me safe and whatnot. And obviously I like Poseidon. Now, my theory is Zeus, he hates me. And that's all. It's because I like the water and the ocean, even though I'm terrified of it. Poseidon has just always been cooler, and Zeus just hates me.
That's why your Poseidon tattoo is bigger than your Zeus tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really a believer in Greek mythology. It's mythology. It's just fun stories, but I love the I don't know. They are just fun. So,
yeah, Greek mythology is goated though.
Yeah, it is. It's my favorite. I've tried to get into Egyptian and Norse mythology. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know why. But have you heard of the like whack stuff that happens in like Egyptian mythology?
You say that like every like mythology doesn't have whack stuff
Okay,
that
but
happens.
this is crazy stuff. So you know about what's his name? Is it Osiris? Osiris is the like bird one, the sun god.
No, that's Ra.
Oh, Ra. Sorry, Ra, and his children. I think it's Ra's children that literally had a beef and with each other, and
Yeah, Seth and... Wasn't it Seth and Osiris?
it might have been Seth and Osiris. I can't remember the names even. I just know they had beef, and to win the other one, so one of the two children literally came into the food, like put their hunk spunk into food so that the other one would eat it, so that when they go for their test or trial, it was like judgment or something, they would say he can't be the king because he has my semen in him, which means like he is. But the funniest thing, so the one that was supposed to eat it, I think he didn't end up eating it and somehow used like some magic trick or something to put it inside of put his seed inside of the other god. And he was like, actually, so when the trial came and he wanted to make that like claim, he was like, you know what? Actually, no, I don't have his seed inside me. It's quite the opposite. He has my seed inside of him. And yeah, it's just crazy. Oh,
I see you tried to outsmart me, but I outsmarted your outsmarting. Oh my gosh.
I don't know, I just like watched a quick video on it. I can't remember any of the names, but I just remember that story because it was crazy. The same with the Bible. Did you know there's actually a story in the Bible that was crazy?
There's a bunch of them.
So you know David, the guy that killed the Goliath? he was
Yeah.
meant to be king of whatever place, I can't remember where now. But the king who he was supposed to overtake, he had to, like, or not overtake, but take his place eventually.
To
King Saul.
succeed, yeah.
Saul, but not Saul Goodman from the show Breaking Saul. What the
Better Call Saul.
Better
my
Call
man.
Saul. There we go. So not that Saul, but it was a King Saul. He had David, like, do a bunch of random, I want to call them quests and stuff to prove that he is worthy of being king. So one night he sent David out to collect 1,000 foreskins in one night and just bring him a bag of 1,000 foreskins.
Where did he find them?
So the context to that is pretty good. So the city they were in, everyone was, circumcised. So no one in the city had foreskins, but there was an army marching on the city. So David had to go out and kill 1,000 of the enemy people to prove that he killed 1,000 enemies by bringing their foreskins.
I don't even know how. Why?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Religion is weird.
Yeah, it is. But still, Greek is best. I mean, they also have whack stories, but I can't think about any of the whack ones now, except that, what was the, like, big titan that spawned all of the gods? Was it Atlas?
Kronos.
Or Kronos? Kronos, there we go.
Kronos.
I'm very bad with names, so... But that one, Kronos, he ate all of his children, and, except for Zeus, because Kronos' wife was like, no, stop eating the children. So Zeus, the last child that was born, he's the youngest of all of the, like, great gods, like Zeus and all of the, like, upper echelon, like, not their children, but he's the youngest.
Yeah.
And basically his mother gave Kronos a rock instead of the baby to eat. So that's how she tricked Kronos into letting Zeus live. And then Zeus grew up between, like, animals and stuff and eventually overthrew Kronos. But I don't know, it's all so funky.
Yeah. What's that Roman painting? Have you ever seen the Roman painting Saturn eating his children?
No, I haven't. Let me quickly go Google it.
Yeah, it's metal as fuck.
Saturn eating his...
Or, yeah, Saturn devouring his son.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. I don't know, do you think it would be allowed to be shown on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Alright. Do you think you could maybe
I'll
put
yeah.
that on our table or something so people can see what we're looking at? Because
yes,
this is a interesting painting. I just want to make sure it's the one with the, like, lady with, or the guy with the butt cheeks hanging out. Yeah.
It's on the Discord.
That guy has
looking at the same one. But yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, look at your screen, you'll see it.
Is there any context to this painting, or is this just the Roman version?
Mythology, yeah, it's the same mythology pretty much, just with planet names instead of god names.
Yeah.
As you know, so this would be Kronos eating one of his children. It's just Saturn, as far as I know.
So this looks crazy, but also isn't it funny how the Romans just invaded Greek and decided to adopt their, like, entire religion and just change the names?
Yeah.
They copied their homework and just changed a few words.
Just change. You can copy my homework, bro. Just change it up a little.
Oh, another interesting thing about the Romans. Have you heard that all of the like Roman statues and stuff, they were actually colored back in the day?
Really?
Yeah, they weren't just these like white statues and they looked goofy. They look like a McDonald's statue.
Oh, I did not know that. That's actually kind of sick.
Let me quickly. I'll send you what they would have looked like. I'll send you one picture. It's like a comparison. Oh, maybe you should throw this one up on screen as well because it really looks like a McDonald's statue that. I think this is It really looks like a McDonald's statue. That's Ronald McDonald standing there.
I didn't know Julius Caesar was the first Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, but all of the statues look like that, basically, which I thought is amazing.
That's pretty wicked. I wouldn't mind having a few statues of myself that looks like that, actually.
It's so goofy.
Walk into my house and you just see fucking Zek like that.
Well, I don't know. I like the what's it called? These ones that have like eroded with the times and they're just like blank or white. They're not colored. I think they look better, and there's a huge conspiracy about the statues that people thought they looked so goofy that they used thinners to get all of the paint or something off eventually, like through the years, because it's said that the colors shouldn't have faded as much as they did over the years. So
I don't know, it's been like 400 years, but... And I don't think their paint was,
well,
top
not
shelf
thinners,
hardware
but
store.
Well, do you know how insanely advanced the Romans were?
Yeah, but still, it's difficult for me to believe that without like proper chemistry that they'd be able to create good paint.
They created insane stuff in their time. They created the first computer, actually.
That's pushing it.
I promise you.
Calling it a computer is pushing it. I get that is truly, I know what you're talking about, and that is the greatest comparison we could give, but I don't know, calling it a computer is a bit far-fetched to me.
And also,
they did create the aqueducts though.
Yeah, the aqueducts are crazy. And they even used, do you know that they used the Colosseum the Roman Colosseum for naval battles?
Wow.
They built a lot of aqueducts leading to the Colosseum. They made sure that the Colosseum is completely waterproof or watertight. They filled it up with water and then put ships in there and had a sea battle, and it was a common occurrence.
That's the sickest thing I've ever heard. That is so cool.
Imagine having a battleship arena thing. Oh, that is... Man, I know it's such a big joke that guys just love the Roman Empire and all of that, but man, it would have honestly been so fun to live in Roman times.
I would... not to toot my own horn, but I would be a fucking amazing Roman centurion.
I would be a fucking amazing...
myself to the emperor so well.
Man, I would be the fucking best hoodlum you see on the side of the street begging. I would be the best beggar. I know I want to live in that time, but I would probably amount to nothing. Like,
oh yeah, I'd be a proper dirt farmer.
serious. I mean, I would love to be one of the warriors or something, but I just know I wouldn't. uh, if I was born in, I know it's not Roman, but if I was born in Sparta, I would have been one of the kids that get thrown off of the cliff.
I was a stoic since I was born. I've been stoic. They would have had to keep me. They would have kept me out of sheer respect for how good of a stoic I was.
Oh man! Oh, what a great start to an episode. But yeah, I'm glad your electricity came back on and that you didn't die from electrocution from your shower. How did you say you ended up getting the shower to turn off?
Oh yeah, I ended up wrapping. Here I am in my bathroom, naked. My left arm is completely numb, so I fucking wrap the towel around my right arm and I close the faucet.
Oh man, that I can't. I hate electricity. I mean, I love it, but I hate like having to get shocked. That is one of the worst feelings ever.
Yeah, I had to go tell my girlfriend I don't think I have an electrocution kink.
Hell yeah. No. But yeah, what else is news by you?
Not much. Well, except that I am going on vacation Wednesday, so you will be receiving the Zek's weekly Bozone report from a different geographical location.
Hell yeah. Let's go. We're moving we're taking the show on the road. Come watch us live on, well, not live, but come watch us on YouTube and Spotify, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm going somewhere. The show's not going anywhere. You just tune in to your weekly dose of idiots and Bozone. Get your fill of Bozo juice.
We have skipped an important weekly segment already. Where is your weekly philosophical question or quote?
Okay, yes, I was getting there. First, we had to explain to the wonderful viewers of our channel where the fuck I was, or where the episode was. They didn't know it was me specifically, but yes. Today we are going to talk about time and the oddball effect. Now, time, is it a force of nature, a primordial creation that has been here since the beginning and will last until the end? Or is it our own fabrication, simply a way to quantify what has been and what will be? Now, take into consideration, was time a thing before man was? Would the concept of time still have existed without us? Would time pass at all? I've got a very specific stance on time, which above all else would be purely philosophical, not logical or anything. And my stance on time is that it is a human fabrication, but there is no past and there is no future, and there is only now and how we perceive now, the present. That is my philosophical stance on time. Everything else that has been recorded only exists now in this point in time.
That is interesting because I like time on my breakfast omelets.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm joking, but yeah, that if you really think about it, however old the universe is, like
I
that's
think it was
never
402 billion years.
that all led up to this moment in time. That is crazy, and it doesn't like that doesn't even matter anymore because we're just going forward. There's no way to go back to anything, which is kind of scary, but it's fine. So,
Yeah.
do you have
The. Hmm?
do you have any questions on this subject? What
I
input
want
do
to
you want?
know from everyone else, how do they experience time? But first, let me explain the oddball effect. Now, the oddball effect shows us that time is perceived subjectively. A very common way to explain it would be that the older you get, the faster it feels that time goes on. However, the oddball effect of time perception states that it occurs when you find a unique, novel stimulus, and that if we get repetitive stimulus and what do you call it? Patterns and repetitive stimulus. Shit, there's a specific word I'm looking for. A routine. If we
But
get
yeah, routine.
stimulus, every day you do the same thing. You wake up, you eat your breakfast, you go to your work, and you do whatever hobbies you have. Maybe you go gym. Then nothing new. Feels as if time goes faster. However, if you get a unique and novel stimulus, you try something new. You experience something that hasn't happened before. Time feels longer again. And that brings me to my question to our viewers. How do you perceive time now? Does it feel like your days are going slow? Or is your life flashing before you in a blink of an eye? You see months and days pass before you realize it, and you say, oh, how fast it's gone by. So I implore you, people listening to the Bozone, try new things. Make your fleeting life on this speck of dust in your mortal coil. Make it last a little bit longer by trying new things.
Man, this is actually so interesting because I didn't know it worked like that, but I've noticed it.
It makes sense when you hear it, doesn't it?
Yeah, because yeah, right now time is literally flashing before my eyes. Like it felt like I just blunk and this entire year is almost over. It feels like yesterday that that this year started, and I can't believe it's already November. It's really flashed by, except for the moments when I did stuff that I don't usually do. Those moments felt like it took so long, and then I look at the clock and I'm like, oh, this thing that felt like it took 10 hours only took like 2. And then I was so surprised, and I was like, oh, I still have the whole day ahead of me to do other things. Which, when I just, let's say, come home and I start playing Baldur's Gate 3 because it's the best thing ever. And then I look at the clock and it feels like I've played for 10 minutes, and then it's all of a sudden like 12 midnight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is not good. And I'm like, wow, time just flew by. So it really does make sense. yeah, this is, I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, let's hear what the viewers say. The two of you out there commenting, maybe tell us what your experience is. But that's mine. I don't know about yours because...
Oh, it's exactly what I explained with the oddball effect when I first read about this, and I thought, I want to find out more about this. When I really started diving into it, it made sense. That is what I always strive to experience new things. I try and even before I knew of this only fuels my greed for knowledge more. But even before that, I have a very long bucket list. And knowing that novel, unique stimuli affects my perception of time makes me want to do it more.
Yeah, that really does motivate me to go try more new stuff, even though I don't always have time for it, because time really feels like there's not enough. There needs to be a couple more hours in a day, I feel, or we just need to stop requiring sleep, either one of them, or maybe just discover the secret to immortality, you know. Any of those things would be wonderful, but alas, they aren't here. So time is just not enough to always try new things. But how nice it would be.
Yeah. Even so, we do what we can with the time we are provided. And what we do is this. The Bozone.
Yeah.
And where we will bring you even more knowledge and bozo juices in your brains. We are brainwashing you.
Yes, that is perfect. We need to brainwash every member in the audience and then start our own Bozone cult.
Absolutely. You will follow us harder than the Swifties follow Taylor Swift. You won't follow me alone on social media. You will follow our parents on social media. Please don't do that. That's weird. But yeah, I did actually read a story about back when Justin Bieber was like really popular. The fucking Justin Bieber fan clubs started following Justin Bieber's dad.
That's horrible.
There are artists and creative people in the world that I follow, none who I fanaticize so much about as to actually give a shit about their family. Especially not follow them on fucking Facebook. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how I would feel. That's why I'm trying to not reveal my face and not be too public with personal information, because that feels... Yeah, I'm scared of the internet. I'm scared of the human race.
Bozone
people
face
don't even
reveal
know.
at 1 million subscribers.
No, face reveal at 100 mil. And name maybe name face reveal at a mil, and then face reveal at 100 mil.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about us currently. We're just too not even animated, but basically
animated.
paint we're just two paint characters sitting around a table, which is the best feeling ever.
I remember when I first showed you that, I was literally just chilling in my room and I was bored and I thought, I can do something for the YouTube channel, and I drew that and I showed you and you fucking lost it.
Man, I honestly think that's the best art piece I've ever seen, even better than this Saturn eats it, or what is it, Saturn eats his son?
Saturn devours his son.
Yeah, it's even better than Saturn devours his son. Oh, but I really do love this idea about us putting the pictures on, like, if we ever have to discuss a topic that would just be better by seeing the picture if we put it on YouTube. That is, man, this honestly is just so nice.
I mean, for obvious reasons, Spotify listeners, you're not going to be able to see us put the picture in, but yeah, for the YouTube viewers, you have already seen it as I edited after saying this.
Well, I think we did a good job of explaining what's going on in the pictures. I mean, Saturn eating his son, or devouring his son. It's just a creepy-looking guy eating a caked-up son.
Well, what? Yeah, I mean, imagine a big hobo eating, like, your buddy Dave.
And he's caked up on a Tuesday.
And he's caked up, yeah. Your buddy Dave got cake, we all know, but...
And yeah, I think that's the, like, Roman statue. It really does look like Ronald McDonald. So it's, yeah. Just imagine that statue you know and love of Julius Caesar, but he looks like Ronald McDonald. That's it.
Yeah. Which brings us to more artfulness, which would be a Reddit, a subreddit I discovered recently, which has been blowing up on my page. WhatIsMyCookieCutter?
Okay, explain.
People post pictures of their cookie cutters, and other people have to say what it is.
Okay, that's a lot more straightforward than I thought.
Usually, yeah, it literally is. Usually they, like, draw a little picture on the cookie cutter to explain what it is. And there's this one guy, I think it's like... wait, I'll find his name now. It's like JK Fire or something with a bunch of X's in between. And he has quite the notorious fame on this subreddit as every cookie cutter. Here we go. Fire X JKX Fire. Every cookie cutter, he just makes a rose.
Oh yeah.
All cookie cutters are roses. I don't know why I'm so infatuated by this subreddit, but it's just funny.
Man, I need to figure out how to use Reddit because I don't use it. I think I went in there once to look something up, and that's the only place where I could find the answer. But I had to make an account to get the answer. So, yeah, that I need to figure out Reddit. I still, but
I think I just found a condom cookie cutter.
Hell yeah, there's one subreddit. Speaking of these subreddits, I think there's one two sentence horror stories.
Oh yeah,
I love So when I'm like browsing my social media apps, mainly Instagram, they always, I don't know if it's like a certain account I follow or something, but it's always these goofy ass 2 sentence horrors where I think it's ironic, but I don't know. But it's like, it wasn't until I took a bite of the cake when I realized it's evil cake. I saw the man standing at my door and I didn't think anything of it until I found out he is the evil man, or the knife man, or scary McKnife guy, or stuff like that. I love those ones. Wait, maybe
I actually did go on the subreddit now just to find the top posts.
Can you use Reddit on your computer? Reddit.
Yes. But while you do that, here's one now by Diareth Drakeson. If choose a simpler name, dog. All my life, my parents have told me to not open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky, and why does it hurt my eyes?
Wait, go again.
Go again?
Man, I spaced.
You spaced out?
Yes.
We're busy working here.
Okay, wait.
Spaced out.
Wait, let me tell you something. So you told me that story, was it yesterday or the day before, about you exploding in the shower or some shit. I honestly did not hear a word you said, so today when you told it to me was the first time of me hearing it. I was like, wait, the towel on the hand? What did I miss? I missed like an entire conversation because I just space out. So, sorry. Yes, please go again.
All my life, my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky, and why does it hurt my eyes?
Oh man, that is... I love these bad, like, horror stories.
It's so funny. It's not even bad. It's like The Outsider by H.P. Lovecraft.
This one is so bad. Are you sure this is going to work? My sister asked me worriedly. Yes, I'm certain, I said as I shoved a cinder block down the corpse's throat of what used to be our dad. Oh my goodness, I hate these.
It's so...
Oh, I took my wife's hand in mine and squeezed it, panicking. I wondered where the rest of her body was. Oh god. Oh, I love it. I want to find one of those really bad ones where it's like Scary McKnife Guy or something.
It's... I can't... Thank you, Reddit. You have given us some of the worst and the best internet times ever. And also the platform formerly known as Twitter.
I still don't use that. I don't think I've ever even seen the app outside of like YouTubers having like screenshots in their videos of it. So
yeah, I personally don't use it, but I just wanna... Sometimes my mother sends me posts from Twitter, right? And I'm like, oh, my mother sent me a Twitter post, how nice. I just want to say that saying my mother sent me an X post does not sound good.
Oh my, yes, that
I
sounds horrible.
It
I
does
did
not
not.
sound good.
That. Yeah, I've never even thought about that, but no one I know uses X or Twitter, um, except maybe like your mother now, and I didn't even really know her. So, oh, so I've never even
Uh,
ran into that problem.
yeah.
But that's awesome. Your mom's using X.
No.
Oh, um, no. But speaking about that, so Twitter or X is known for all of the drama and all of the, what's it called, lolcows, however you say it, um, like just the weird people. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you've seen, and I hate to do this because this is like a big topic at the moment, like everybody's covering this, but have you seen the documentary on Boogie 2988?
Oh shit. I do want to watch it and personally talk about it here, but I have already heard what people are saying.
So I have watched it, me and my girlfriend. Um, it's I know a lot of people are making fun of it, but it's actually so sad as well. Not like I do feel sorry for him, but not in the sense like, oh, poor thing. It's like, damn, sorry that your life is horrible, I guess, and that you did it to yourself. It's no, it's horrible. Um, but seeing as you didn't see it, let's not talk about that now. Then we can talk about it
Yeah.
next episode. It doesn't matter. We don't have to be on top of all of the newest news and drama and stuff. We're the Bozone. No one cares.
Speaking of being on top of the newest news and drama, I do want to talk about a little bit of news that I am personally disappointed by.
Go for it.
So, I'm sure you have been following season 2 of Invincible.
I have not. I want to, but
Oh,
I saw that all the episodes aren't out yet, so I have not even watched it. Started
I
watching
have
it.
I have been following it by the week, and they announced that after today, the episode 4 released earlier today, and they announced that the next episode will come in 2024.
Why? That's.
I
I know it's only like a month away, but uh, that is.
I don't know why. Maybe it was poor planning. Maybe it's giving the team some time off for the holidays. Maybe it's just. Actually, it's probably only one of those two. I don't know why. I really wish I did. That would make
So
my
it did not even
confusion.
elaborate.
Yeah.
That is kind of
Then.
disappointing because I was waiting for it all to release weekly and
No,
then
it's
just what
just.
binge it in one night. But
Man.
now I have to wait even longer. Ah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
let's do that again. What's your TV show recommendation for this week?
So, TV show recommend. Does it have to be like a reality show or can it be a cartoon or.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I suggested Invincible last week, so just
No,
whatever.
I listened to the episode you suggested JoJo, so I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
take
I
you.
remember.
No,
I
no,
remember
I'm
now.
saying Invincible. It got me thinking. One of my favorite shows, which I'm eagerly awaiting the new season for, is The Boys, and I'm pretty sure you've watched The Boys as well.
I'm watching it for the third time from season 1 currently.
Hell yeah. So
it is incredible.
should I recommend something else for you, or
No, go completely full bore. Go recommend The Boys to the audience.
hell yeah. So audience members out there, just go watch The Boys. It's a great show, showing, I would say it's the most accurate depiction of how superheroes would be in reality, like how it would actually be. They would base it. It's I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say anything that could get us in trouble by giving it a comparison.
Similar to celebrities, most of the superheroes are complete narcissistic assholes.
Yeah, I mean, the first episode... Yeah, I'm gonna spoil the first episode a bit, because it happens in like the first 2 minutes of the episode, where literally in the first 2 minutes of the first episode, the superheroes killed like 4 or 5 bad guys, like just straight up killed them, like not even just knocked them out or something. They just straight up killed them because it's so easy for them. And then right afterwards, an innocent civilian dies, which it was like not even because of a fight or anything. It was just a super like powered person just doing his regular old thing and then killed the person. I'm not gonna say any more, but it's like quite a shock, and it happens right at the start, and it's just fun to watch. I love things that are just fun to watch. It's not it's not like hard to keep your concentration or anything, because it's just go action the whole time, with like a little bit of downtime just to give you a bit more of the story, but it's mostly just action comedy. I don't even know how to say it. And even though there are some like darker points in it, it always has I don't know, it gave me this like upbeat feeling even with the like darkness of it. I don't know, it's such a fun show, and the characters really get fleshed out. I love William, or Billy Butcher. Yeah, him and Homelander, they're like, I don't know, they are both such good characters in my opinion. It's a nice show. Go watch it. It has a lot of character, I would say.
Yeah.
And what's your show recommendation?
Today I am recommending Band of Brothers.
Oh, never seen it.
It's a World War II miniseries. It's like based on the 2nd Battalion of the 506th Parachutes Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division, right? And they are also known as Easy Company, which is what they are mainly referred to as in the series. Now, it is based on a true story. All of the characters are based on real people, and I believe they even got some of the veterans from the combat to do like... Yeah, they did like little tidbits at the start of each episode where they talked about their experience and stuff. It is really, really good. It is...
Can you send me the name in my DM so I don't forget it?
Yeah, it is... It's really interesting. And knowing that it's... I'm not sure how directly it is based on a true story, but just knowing that it's unlike something like Inglourious Bastards, that this was actually the shit they did, that makes it so much cooler to me. I loved watching that show.
Yeah. So, is it like did they? This is gonna sound awful, but is there like is it them telling like their war crimes, or is it more of like just what they had to go through, or just
Yeah, basically everything they had to go through. As far as I remember, there weren't any real war crimes. If anything, everyone, from what I saw in the show, everyone from Easy Company should be hailed as heroes. Like, I'm talking, they were on the doorstep of Hitler's bedroom.
oh, whew,
Yeah,
that is
up close and personal. If I remember the show correctly, it was them who found Hitler dead.
wow. Okay, I'm definitely gonna watch this whenever I have free time, which I'm also gonna have a lot of free time and well, I'm gonna have free time to be able to watch some shows and do some more stuff in December, because I'm also going on vacation in December.
Fuck yeah.
But that, yeah, hopefully we can record when I'm not at home, because I'll also be changing geographical locations. But I'll give it a little watchy poo when I get the chance, because it sounds really interesting.
It is. It definitely is.
But that is also a thing that I'll have to find time to watch on my own.
But I believe that brings us to everyone's favorite weekly segment.
The Fear and Hunger Review. Let's go.
Is it finally here?
No. I was just hyping it up. It will be your
suggestions. Wanted to finish my bet. Thank you very much.
The what?
Shut up. Is it my turn to start us off?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
It is. It is my turn. Okay. I'm going to be recommending Blasphemous.
Oh, I've wanted to try that game. How is it?
Horrible. It is so fucking difficult. Like, I love Dark Souls. You know I love Dark Souls. I'm an avid Dark Souls player. I have played every Dark Souls. Let me just think. Yeah, I've played every Dark Souls, including Bloodborne and Elden Ring. And Blasphemous takes that Souls-like aspect and puts it into a 2D platformer with its own little bit of flair and its own different mechanics. And it is extremely difficult. I'm not a 2D platformer player. I think I've played one Castlevania game ever, and I've played Dead Cells, and that's the closest I've gotten to playing 2D platformers in a very long time. And Blasphemous was my most recent one, and it is without a doubt the most difficult game I've played, like, in the past 2 years.
Yeah, that. So I saw it was recommended to me on Steam, and it looked so interesting. Was it on Steam? Oh no, maybe it was on the Xbox Game Pass. But it looked really interesting, and I wanted to give it a try, but I was like, I don't know, it seems, because it was like compared to Dark Souls, and I was like, it seems a bit difficult, but it looked so fun, so I want to still give it a try. But if you're saying it's difficult, yeah, are you playing it with a controller or keyboard and mouse?
Oh yeah, I'm playing with controller. Fuck keyboard and mouse. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing that with keyboard and mouse.
That's also what kept me from giving it a shot, because I don't have a controller currently. But on Monday I'll have a controller, so I might give that a try, and then I'll also jump back into Elden Ring to finish that game. But my weekly game suggestion will be, let me think. I haven't played anything recently. I was real busy, but I know I almost recommended this a while ago, but I think it's time. One of my most favorite games of all time, the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and War series. Let me rather just say Shadow of War. Because Shadow of Mordor, it's fun. But Shadow of War, I didn't know this because I didn't start playing it when it released, but when it first released, it had a bunch of microtransactions, and it just wasn't a great game. But they changed all of that, and probably a year or two after it released, I picked it up, and you can now pick it up in the Steam store for chump change, I think. I'll quickly go see Shadow of War. I'm just quickly gonna make sure I have my facts straight. Yeah, currently the full game. But the special promotion ends now, the 28th. So if this episode gets out before the 28th, you can get the entire Shadow bundle, which is all of the expansions and everything, for $10, which
holy shit.
And it goes on sale so frequently. When I got it, it was also $10. That's the reason why I got it. And I love the game. It's so good. If you played Shadow of Mordor, because Shadow of Mordor was great for its time, but it just takes Shadow of Mordor to the next level. It's a great game. It's so fun, and man, as soon as I get that controller, I'm also jumping right back into that game, because I don't want to play it with keyboard and mouse. Trust me, it's so much better with playing it with controller. So if you're able to get it and play it with a controller, I would say go for it. You can play it with keyboard and mouse, but it's just so much nicer, easier, and better with a controller. I don't know. You've played it, right?
Yes, I have. I've played Shadow of Mordor. I have not played Shadow of War though.
So Shadow of War just takes Shadow of Mordor and improves everything. It's so good. In Shadow of Mordor, there's that Nemesis system.
Yeah.
And that also gets improved in Shadow of War. So the Nemesis system basically, how can I explain it? Let's say there's a boss, or multiple bosses, and all of them also have underlings. And if you, let's say, take out an underling, then that boss is more vulnerable. And that underling can, I don't know if they could do it in Shadow of Mordor, but I know in Shadow of War, some of them can escape death and then be upgraded, or they could be less upgraded, maybe they've lost an arm, or they lost something, or maybe they gained an improvement by having a giant metallic arm that just crushes you. So you get like these randomized encounters as well. It's not a roguelike, but that element, that like random element, if you kill, let's say you kill like, so one of my experiences, there was this one guy. At first I killed him. It was like this big troll guy. I killed him, and then I played the game and I completely forgot about him. And then all of a sudden I'm busy fighting in this like giant castle trying to siege it, and then all of a sudden he shows up out of nowhere and tells me like, I think I stabbed him in the head with like a finishing move, and he's like lobotomized basically. He can barely speak, but he's like, you can't kill me, in like a lobotomized voice. So then I kill him again, and then he comes back later again, and he's just like, this time, because that time he was like just a bumbling buffoon, but then he comes back and he's basically immune to everything. He's still lobotomized, but he can't get damaged, so it was so difficult to kill him again. And then I eventually got him down to where I could shame him, which reduces their level, and they just and they stay there. They're not dead, but it reduces their level, until I made this lobotomized ogre thing into a like crybaby that's scared of everything and everyone, and you can just do so much with the NPCs in that game because of that nemesis system. I don't know. It gets crazy, the stuff you can do. You can shame people and they'll come. They might even come back stronger if you shame them, because now they're like into, they got cast out,
now
and
they're fucking angry. What?
Yeah, they get cast out, get angry, and then go and build themselves up again, and then they come back with an army or something, an army of like outcasts, or yeah, things get crazy in that game, and that's the thing that I love, just all of that like different encounters that you can get. But yeah, the fighting is also really nice. It's
I wanted to say, I think my most notable thing from Shadow of Mordor was the combat. I love that style of combat.
Yeah. Oh, they brought in so much more like customizability on your character, where you can like have different move sets and stuff in Shadow of War compared to Mordor. And there are some moves that you can do in that game, or like special skills or special combos. And some of them are just so great. I can't remember being able to do this in Mordor, but I can remember this in Shadow of War, where you can like hit the guy with the hammer to freeze him, and then just go like sicko mode on him. You just start blasting him with your fists. You're not even using the sword, and you just hit, and it just gets faster and faster and faster until that guy's dead. Like, do you know how in JoJo's when they hit each other, that like the aura hits? You basically do that, but yeah, you basically aura them when that, and it's devastating to most people unless they're like resistant to something, but it's very rare that they're resistant to getting stunned. But yeah, it's fun. I can speak so much about this game. I love it. So yeah, my weekly suggestion is Shadow of War.
It's a good suggestion. Yeah, I remember you really liking that game, so it makes sense that you brought it up.
The only reason why I stopped playing games like Shadow of War and Elden Ring is simply because I don't have a controller, and they're not fun to play on mouse and keyboard. That's the one downside. You can play them on mouse and keyboard, but it's so much more difficult, and I don't know, I I want to have fun in a game because, like I said, it's going by quickly. I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to still struggle with mouse and keyboard when I can just have a good time with a controller.
Yeah, it's much more. I feel more casual playing with a controller.
Yeah.
Than I do playing with keyboard and mouse.
Definitely. But yeah. And I think as people have seen all of my game suggestions, they're all like these I keep on calling it old-timey, but what's it? Fantasy type games. I love fantasy games.
Yeah, fantasy RPG.
Yeah, that fantasy RPGs, and it's even better if it is a roguelike. Except for Baldur's Gate, which isn't a roguelike, but it's still one of my most favorite games. Yeah. So, yeah, be in store for a lot of fantasy games if you're a fantasy lover.
Yeah. I also had a pattern. It's been mostly roguelikes and platformers and stuff. However, I already have a game to suggest next week. Oh, and it's gonna flip the script entirely. So tune in next week, viewers, for you don't know what I am going to suggest. But yes,
Are we doing this again?
Yeah. No. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it. Okay.
Yay.
I'll do it. I'll do it for once. Thank you for tuning in, dear bozos. On YouTube and Spotify, and wherever you heard us from. If you heard us anywhere else, it's not legitimate. So remember to, if you are watching on YouTube, like the video, subscribe if you like it, and leave a comment telling us what you think. And if you dislike the video, leave a comment and tell us what you think anyway. If you're a idiot, we will ignore you. If you're a bozo, feel free to come again. On Spotify, we would appreciate it if you leave us a rating and follow the podcast. Thank you, bozos, for tuning in. We bid you adieu.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Zek. Yeah. If you're leaving a bad comment, please tell us what we can do to improve it. Love you all. Bye.